guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. For those of you that are new, my name is Anna and this is At Home with Anna. So I'm just sitting here enjoying a black and white movie and a cup of coffee in my antique coffee mug, which I love so much. It's actually an English soup mug, but I got it because I like a nice size cup of coffee. So I've got the living room done, and now I need to start bringing some of that into the kitchen and making that make sense for you guys. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the last couple of videos. My mantle is gorgeous. I love it so much that I decided to create a centerpiece for down the middle of my table to match it. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna accomplish that. I've never done this before. So I went and bought all the same florals, and I bought this dry foam board, which I'm going to cut in half lengthwise. And then I bought some floral pins to put them to hold it together, hopefully. And I'm just gonna build it. I have no idea how I'm going to do it. Last time I used my pruners for the backyard because I couldn't find wire cutters, and I don't even know if these are the wire cutters Ernie was talking about. But when he watched the video, he said, I see you're using the pruners for the garden to get the wire. And I said, I was desperate, I couldn't find anything. So he said, I have wire cutters, babe, go get them. So I hope these are the ones he's talking about. I don't know. I do know that this will cut wire right here. So whatever, that's what I'm gonna use. My hair looks different because I washed it this morning. I have a hair appointment in 2 days. No, I have a hair appointment tomorrow, and I cannot wait. I push it like 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks I push it, and then I'm just, I'm completely gray if I didn't color my hair, so maybe some of you guys can relate. I really just want to go gray. I'm waiting for Ernie to finish up. When he finishes up, I'm going gray too. That's the plan. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and cut this first off camera. I'm gonna try and get the camera set up so that you guys can see what I'm doing. I only have one tripod and it stands about 3 feet high with you guys on it, so I might have to like put you in front of me and like turn it all the way down so you can see what I'm doing. So anyways, hopefully that'll work. Okay, so I cut it, well, I tried cutting it in half, identical, it doesn't matter. I'll just stick this one up. We're gonna be filling it all out anyways. So I bought these floral pins here. And I'm gonna try and use, you could use bobby pins. Probably just doing the florals alone will help, but I wanted to make sure this was really secure. I got everything at Hobby Lobby. This is what they look like. Just little squares like that. So I'm just gonna secure these together. All right, now we just have one big dry foam board. You could do this any size you want. It doesn't matter what size table you have. Sorry you guys can't see me. I don't know how else to do this. I don't have a fancy setup. But I really wanted to share this because I think that part of creating a uniform look in your home is to carry pattern throughout the house. And so rather than just having the mantle all the way over in my family room, I'm bringing that over into the kitchen, where I'm also going to have fresh florals in there, and I have some fresh florals behind me. But so it's okay to mix your faux florals with your fresh florals. I have no idea how I'm doing this, so we are going to be learning together and coming up with the plan. I did, in fact, pick up 2 more of my beautiful twig. Let's see, we're gonna see what this is called again. Okay, it just says greenery. Somebody mentioned what it is in the video, the last video. So when I got them, I was like, well, I wasn't sure if I was gonna cut them apart you know, cut all these pieces off and stick them around, or if I was gonna, you know, somehow do it so that it's really whimsical, something like this. You know, I could do something like that, bend it, because I've got the floral wires, because I'm going to be filling in everything else. That might be exactly what I want to do, but I think what I would do first, though, if I was going to do this, because I have 2 of them, so I'm going to have plenty of fluff, and remember, we're going to use moss to fill in the spaces that, you know, need something. So I'm going to go ahead and start pinning it down on the finished edge as opposed to the edge that's not done. I feel like if I start this way, right here, then I'm going to be in a good position. Go ahead and get a couple of pins in there so it doesn't move around. And you're going to want to hold this because, you know, the pins in foam aren't like, you know, really super strong. It's mainly a placeholder. It's not like if you were using hot glue or something. But I'm just putting my hand on here and I'm just gonna bend the actual wire part, just like that. Put some pins to hold this in place. Now you can absolutely hot glue this, you can cut it apart, you know, do that kind of thing. I mentioned in my mantle video that I am not a fan of doing anything that's permanent with my florals because I like to use them and in, you know, other ways the following year. So, and I might want to use this in spring, I don't know. So, you know, Christmas, who knows what I'm gonna do. But I want to have the option. And when I do things permanently to these types of things, I've lost all my options. So. Okay guys, I got it done. So this is our base here. Now you can go in and you can start taking your green twigs and separating them and just kind of fluffing them up, making them look natural. So I always start low when I'm doing a floral arrangement, and I think that is in fact what I'm going to be doing with this one, is starting low. Remember when I did the mantle and I used these florals, I started with the big and then I moved in with the small. I'm going to, I don't have a use for that, so I'm going to do like big, small kind of type thing, you know, going like this way and just kind of, I want to see if I can get you guys at a better angle. Okay, is that better? I think that's better. I'll try and work like this, but this is actually, I think, better so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna start by removing the price tag. Going ahead and clipping some of my florals. off. Okay, I got them cut off, some of them anyways. So I'm just gonna start, some of them I left the leaves on, and some I did not. So I don't want too many of these leaves in my arrangement, and since it's on the table and people are gonna see it up close, I want it to be, you know, really good. So I'm just gonna shove it in the side here. And I might have to take the leaves off. Yeah, so you're gonna have to play with it because you don't have a whole lot of room in this styrofoam to work. So see how I did that? You see that? You don't have a whole lot of depth in this foam. It's only what, two inches maybe? And so you need to, yeah. So you're gonna have to cut these stems a little shorter. Not by much, just like that. You see that? Just like that. Maybe like a finger length. So now that I have a big one here, I'm gonna go with a small one right here. So I have my big one here. I'm gonna go with the small one here, okay? I'm not trying to push it all the way in to hide this back here. We will take care of that with filler, okay? Just concentrate on what these look like, because remember, you're sitting up close and it looks so good already, and I've only got 2 flowers in there. Then I'll take another large one. And let me see if I can turn this around. So I have the small one, the larger one. I'm gonna take another large one because it's in the center of the table, so you wanna mimic what you're doing on this side over on this side. Now I'm gonna take another large one, and I'm just gonna shove it in the side there, okay? And that took care of this end here. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Okay. This side looks a little different than that side, which is totally fine and appreciated actually. Now I'm gonna take my big one and I'm gonna stick it right, I'm gonna stick it right in there, just like that, okay? Just like that. It's touching the ground and everything. I'm sorry, it's touching the table and everything. Okay, I think this one might still be a little too long. I'm gonna take this one, I'm gonna put it right in there, just like that. You see that? Don't worry about this, okay? Don't worry about that, we'll take care of that. I hate losing the leaves, but remember what I told you, don't throw anything away. And now we have I'm gonna bring you in closer, hold on. I just wanna make sure you guys are seeing this because it's really hard for me to see all the way over in the viewfinder if you guys are actually seeing what I'm doing. So here, it's actually hitting the table. So I have pushed it into the side of this is the top, I pushed it into the side. And look how beautiful that looks with the twigs coming out. Oh, is that not gorgeous already? And I did the same on that side. Don't worry about these voids, okay? Don't worry about them. Right now, we're just concentrating on the placement of the florals. So I'm gonna continue placing these throughout the arrangement, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys over here because I just think that this is better. So now that I've got all of these placed, and I actually should have done, this is actually longer than I want it to be. I'm wondering if no, it's good for my table. It's just what I'm setting it on. What a bummer. What I'm setting it on, what I bought to set this on, is shorter than this. We'll see how it looks. If it doesn't look good, I'll remove it and just use this, but either way. I found a flower on the ground, which makes me happy, so I can put it right, actually, I put a big one right here and I needed a small one. This was hiding under the table, so now I'm just gonna put that right there. Perfect, okay. So now, just much like my mantle, I'm gonna take these sunflowers, the mini sunflowers, and I'm gonna place those all around here. I'm just kind of taking a step back and seeing where I think, you know, it would do good. And that's it. That's all I'm doing for the mini sunflowers. I think that that's perfect. Okay, I bought more of the little dainty fillers from the wedding section at Hobby Lobby. I mentioned to you guys that I love looking for fillers in that area because they have really dainty sized fillers. I was gonna get more, but I didn't want to spend a ton of money on this. But the reason why I like to add this color is for contrast. I don't want it to just be green and burnt orange. I want to add some contrast. See how that does that? And I'm gonna do that. These are gonna need to be cut a little bit. I'm gonna do it here on the top. Not really paying too much attention to the sides. Because remember that moss, it does wonders. And I think I need one right in here somewhere. I might move this guy right there. Put this right there. There. These are plastic, but you can still maneuver them a little bit. But you see how they're like embedded inside? That's what you want. Look how good this is looking already, you guys. That is beautiful. I can't wait to show you this with the mantle and the family room and the backdrop. You're gonna totally get what I'm trying to achieve here. You're gonna totally get it. Okay, the next thing that we added for whimsy were these, what are these? I don't even know what these are. Little fuzzy berries. Okay, I'm done with those, and I absolutely don't think that I need to use the third pick, so that is good news. So now that I've got those done, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start pulling these up and fluffing them. Okay, that looks good, really good. Okay. You could stop here if you wanted to, but it's me and I don't, that's not how I roll. So I still feel like I could add another bit of texture to this, another bit of interest. And I'm gonna add just a tad. Remember, I picked these up and I picked them up just for the berries. So I'm gonna take the berries off and we're gonna use those berries in here. Good, okay. Now we are going to use my filler, and that is what's gonna bring the whole thing together. I chose to, I'm choosing to use my moss trick. And so I'm gonna just place it like that, and then I'm gonna kind of figure out where I want to secure it up here. Get it all tucked in. And then I'm just gonna take a couple of florist pins, you won't be able to see them, and just shove them in there, just like that. All right, you guys, here it is, all completed, and I could not be more happy with it. It is gorgeous, and I hope the camera is picking up on that. So you can see all the different textures and all of the different varieties of stems that I used, how they all work together. They all came together once I added that moss. The moss is kind of like the blender, if you will. But it looks very wild but beautiful at the same time. I can't explain it. So let me get cleaned up, and then we're going to set it in the table, and I'll get to show you guys the final look. I found this. It was in the fall discount at Hobby Lobby, and I thought it was large enough to hold my arrangement, and it in fact is not. It's going to be much bigger than this. But I'm gonna set it on there anyways, because the purpose behind this is when we eat dinner here, when it's just Ernie and I will simply shove this off to the side like this, because he and I usually sit over on this side. But when it's the kids and my son and daughter-in-law, I'm gonna wanna move it. So that's the purpose behind this, was that I could lift it up and move it. But I don't think that's gonna work. So let's go ahead and get it on there. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I can still grab it. I can still grab it from here. So that's good. That is gorgeous. And what I like is you can see the wood from underneath here, so it doesn't look like it's just sitting on the runner. It looks really good. Ah, I love it. This is beautiful. Just beautiful. And let me show you. Look at that. Is that not perfect or what? And then I still have it sticking out right here, so I can grab that end. And I can grab that end. And I'm able to just move the whole thing out of the way when need be. But look at how perfectly it ties in. Can you see that? I mean, the mantle's way over there, my flower arrangement, and then this, but they all look so good together. Let's see. Maybe that helps. Look at that. It's perfect. It's just beautiful. Okay, I have my beautiful candlesticks. So I'm going to put one on this end and one on this end. I love it. I almost considered setting them in the inside here, which I could still do if I wanted to, but you would lose the beauty of the bottom. And it's not safe, you know, because I use real candles, so it's not safe to do that. But anyways, that looks gorgeous. I found these, for those of you that might be new, I found these Lennox candlesticks at a antique store. And I love them so much. Okay. Ah, so beautiful, you guys. I can't show you the kitchen because I'm working on that next. But look at it. So we have the family room, the mantle, and the dining room done. And then I'm just going to give you a tour of my buffet because it hasn't changed since I placed my candlesticks on here. I got all of these antiquing, this piece too, which I think is for Christmas, but we love it so much we're leaving it out. And these as well. But I made a beautiful flower arrangement. You guys know how I love flower arrangements. It's not fall yet, but that will change. I do them weekly, so this will continue to change. It looks beautiful though up against my oil. And that is my dining room. I think altogether it looks just gorgeous. Look at that. How beautiful. Don't look at this hot mess over here Ernie's gonna be working on. But let's do it this way. Oh God, you guys, it looks gorgeous. I can't. I am such a fan of old things. They just immediately elevate a space. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about the mantle before we go. So, my mantle is right above a fire, and when I turn the fireplace on, this gets hot, okay? But this is fireproof. The mantle is fireproof. So I would have liked to fill this whole area in with florals. So I wanted to let you know that you can absolutely do that with chicken wire. So get your chicken wire and secure it somehow to the top and drape it down here and drape it down this way and, you know, curl it up and under so you don't have sharp edges, and just start putting your florals, your moss, everything will stick inside chicken wire, and you can build a very big, beautiful, full mantle. I wish I could have, but look what happens when I turn the fireplace on. You're gonna start to see these guys shake. See? So I have to be very careful of, you know, what I do. I don't want to start a fire. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today and staying until the end. I hope that today's video inspired you to make a beautiful creation for your centerpiece, for your console, for your dresser, wherever it is you want to build one for your home. I hope that you got some ideas today. It's always so much fun to create something like this for your home, especially for a dinner table, something that you're going to be staring at. Ideally, I would love to have fresh florals in here, but it's just not feasible for the size for me. But definitely you could use this idea for the day of a party or a day of a gathering, day of Thanksgiving or what have you. You can absolutely use this exact same idea with the water foam and fresh florals. I hope that that gave you some ideas for your upcoming holidays in the autumn season. I'm really enjoying putting my house together. I think that it's feeling so good and so cozy and so classy. I can't wait to show you guys the kitchen in the next video. I think that it turns out really, really beautiful with some autumn touches, and I hope that my videos are inspiring you to use classic touches in your home for the fall, real decor, real home decor. And I'm saving the pumpkins for November, I believe, October, November. And right now I'm just enjoying the beautiful autumn tones and the warmth that I'm bringing in with all of the different touches. And I hope that I've inspired you guys to do the same. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.